Let's tell you what's happening in West Bengal now. The TMC MP and the Bengal Chief Minister's nephew, who is Abhishek Banerjee, he's currently being quizzed here by the Enforcement Directorate, the ED, and this is happening in Delhi. This is in connection to the money laundering case linked to the Bengal coal smuggling scam. Abhishek Banerjee had reached the ED office. This was around 11 a.m. this morning, speaking to the media right outside before stepping in, saying that he will cooperate with the probe there. But just yesterday, the TMC MP had accused the centre of using probe agencies, central probe agencies for their political agenda. Meanwhile, the BJP MLA, who's the Bengal leader of opposition now, Suvendu Adhikari, who was also summoned by the Bengal CID. This is in connection to another case. It's an interim relief, though, that he's already gotten in from the Calcutta High Court here. Suvendu Adhikari had been summoned by the Bengal cops there in connection with the case of his bodyguard's death. Now, this is an old case which is dated 2018. So the Calcutta High Court there had said that Suvendu Adhikari himself does not need to take any action right now in connection to the summons.
इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसी के तौर पे मुझे बुलाया गया है। 6 तारीख का समन मुझे भेजा गया था और जैसे मैंने कहा, मैं कोई भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन फेस करने के लिए तैयार हूँ। भाई वो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, हम यहाँ पे आए।
तो जो सर आरोप लगे हैं आपके ऊपर, वो गलत हैं या जबरदस्ती?
भाई मैं वो बहुत पहला दिन से साफ करके बताया हूँ। यहाँ जो ऑफिसर्स हैं उनकी जाँच करें। इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज अपनी काम कर रही है और देश का नागरिक के हिसाब से हमको सबका उनका कोऑपरेट करना चाहिए। मैं इसलिए वहाँ पे आई, बाकी उनका काम है और देश की जनता तय करेगी।
We have with us Times Network Siddhant Mishra, who's getting us further details here. Siddhant, wanting to get in more details here with respect to the kind of allegations that he's facing. Abhishek Banerjee, they're of course saying he's fully confident, he's going to cooperate, and he's continued to maintain that these are just politically motivated allegations.
Well, that's correct. It's more than 5.5 hours. Abhishek Banerjee is still inside the Jamnagar House Enforcement Directorate's office in New Delhi. But the summons was issued to his wife also before, but his wife did not appear before the agency, citing COVID-19 protocols. But Abhishek made sure that he make himself available before the agency. Now the questioning is going to be on the lines of the statements that have been recorded by Enforcement Directorate before, of Inspector in charge of Bakura Police Station, Ashok Kumar, and Vikas Mishra, who happens to be the brother of Vinay Mishra, a top leader of TMC. So Ashok Kumar in his statement had told Enforcement Directorate that he was asked by Vinay Mishra to send 1.5 crore rupees to Delhi via non-banking channel. And he also added on to say that later the funds were sent to London and Thailand, and those addresses were of the relatives of Rujira Banerjee. So this came in the statement of Ashok Kumar, and mind you, under the PMLA, the statement before the agency is admissible before the court. So today, Enforcement Directorate is going to quiz Abhishek Banerjee regarding his relation with Anup Maji, the kingpin of the entire Eastern coal scam. He will also be quizzed about his equation with Vinay Mishra, who happens to be the youth leader of the TMC, and the statement that has come during the course of an investigation. Now, in the month of April, for the first time, Abhishek Banerjee's name came in the remand note of Enforcement Directorate, and the same was mentioned that the funds were sent through non-banking channels to London and Thailand to the addresses of the relatives of Rujira Banerjee. And this is what Enforcement Directorate claimed in the remand note in the month of April. That remand note was made for the custody of Ashok Kumar. Now, on the basis of that investigation, also only Abhishek has been called in. We really don't know when he's going to come out. We are still trying to get in touch with the officials in Enforcement Directorate, whether examination is over or is it still going on. But yes, he is inside the Enforcement Directorate Jamnagar House premises, and it seems that it's going to be late in the evening by when Mr. Banerjee can walk out of the ED's office.
Okay. Right. Well, Siddhant, many thanks getting us an overall update there on that, and of course still maintaining he's still inside there with the ED team. And with that, it's a wrap on the show right here, but we're still continuing with more news and updates.